Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
By we, he means him, because I guarantee that you're going to love them. That's what I'm here for.
I'm sure we're all going to love your opinions. I'm Jim.
And I don't know who I am today.
Some young guy. Oh, I keep saying
No.
young, just some
Why,
guy.
why do you say I feel so uncomfortable right now.
I don't know, dude.
Where,
You know,
I insist on having my HR rep present.
yes, that's me.
Uh,
Um, yeah, well, I was going to say, where's that from? Cream of Some
what?
Young Guy? Wasn't that a movie or something?
No, I thought that's just what you ordered at the Chinese massage parlor every time you
Well,
went.
I just saw in the news in Florida, like 21 or 31 ladies got arrested from massage parlors.
Really? I
Yeah,
mean,
dude.
shit, you could have gotten 10 times that much in Fayetteville alone.
Well, but I'm saying is it was funny because they were going through like individual people and like I've never been to a massage parlor and got a happy ending or anything like that, but they were saying that these women were forceful. Like they would force their way, like pretty much climb on top of you and then charge you. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy. And they were all from China, all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean, I've never been in that scenario myself, but
I'm
like
sure.
I've heard some horror stories. I
Yeah,
mean, especially out in Fayetteville, like they're, oh, you're going to pay me. They're like, oh shit, what? No.
what did it cost? I mean, I'm asking for a friend. What how
I
much did
mean,
it cost?
legitimately I have no idea, and this was 20 years ago.
Dude, well, my history in law enforcement, man, I would never go to those places because I knew exactly what was up. Although there were some stories from Germany, which I think I've told before, that the initiations, Mon Chéri, those people out in Germany know where that is, or Starlight, or whatever that other place was. Yeah, those were
Mm.
some places I probably shouldn't have went that you might have enjoyed. Yeah, you know the kind where you and your buddies get a room and then there's a show thing kind of going on and you kind of participating in certain way. Anyways, it was like an initiation. I didn't want to do it. Did not want to do it. But
Sure,
two
you
of my
didn't.
friends, one army friend and one other, actually did experience some things on stage that were kind of embarrassing for them. So I'm glad I didn't. Anyways, HR just got back to me and said, "Go pound sand." So
Next subject, guys. Keep it moving.
exactly. What is on the agenda today? I think you got some fascination with something or
Oh
something.
yeah. So I mean, I think everybody on here knows that I reside here in the great state of South Carolina, and we've had this ongoing news issue, right? So there's this medical testing facility that had uh, I think the final count was 43 rhesus monkeys that
Racist
escaped.
monkeys? What is a
No,
racist monkey?
no, oxymoronic.
What? What are you talking
No,
about? Like,
no,
how do you be a
Reese's
racist monkey?
monkeys. Like they like
Oh, like
chocolate
Reese's
peanut butter.
Pieces. Oh,
Yes, yes. No. Oh shit.
oh man.
Anyway, there's 43 of these monkeys that escaped from this medical testing facility. And so, like every few days you'll see a new headline. Oh, they caught two more. Oh, they caught two more. Like I think there's
So
still
they're like
something like 20.
racist ninja monkeys.
I think there's still something like 20 of them left
Like, where are
out
they
there
going? Like, do they all
unaccounted
have
for.
like
I don't
safe
know.
houses to report to, or like
I
what?
mean, I'm assuming that they were probably Russian spies.
Good point. They came over in a balloon, right?
Yeah.
Whoop,
And
whoop,
so,
whoop.
they all got out and they're, reconnecting with their handlers and reporting back to Putin and
Do, I know you laugh about that stuff. Like, I know it's not to the extreme. But I tell you about my Africa stories, right? With those little monkeys that steal your wallets and stuff.
oh yeah.
Oh, they're clever, dude. And we would go for breakfast, and for some reason have these big open buffet breakfasts. Is like it's so cool to eat outside. As soon as you walk away, though, the monkeys are on your plate taking stuff. So we used to.
Did,
Well, I didn't do it, but we used to have guys put Tabasco inside the biscuits, and they just leave them there. And you watch the monkeys up in the tree, and they just like freak out with the biscuit, the hot Tabasco. Yeah.
I mean, I knew an old guy, did a few tours in Vietnam and come back with some fucking horror stories, having run-ins with some of the monkeys over there. Um, like uh, they fucking killed a guy in his squad, like legitimately. Um, he was um, a newer guy that hadn't been there long, and something moved in the trees, and he freaked out and shot it. And it was one of these monkeys, and the monkeys fucking stalked him through the fucking jungle for the next 2 days and attacked them all with fucking sticks and rocks and shit. Fucking killed the guy.
Well, I didn't have an experience like that, thank God, but it ain't no joke because I tell you, I went on a safari in Africa. I don't know if I told this story, but I'm gonna tell it again anyway. I went on a safari in Africa, and we were in one of those little matatu vans, the vans with little pop-up hoods.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And we were all in there, and I'm sitting in the back seat, got my camera here, got my little crackers and stuff like that. And we come across these little baboons, and they're all just, all around. But there's one over there by the tree, and he's got, he's sitting down there, and I'm sure you've seen videos of things like this. But he's in there playing with his diddling his junk, and everybody's kind of like laughing, like looking at this thing playing with himself. And guy threw a cracker or something at him. You know how military guys are; they're stupid; they don't think right. So while we're all over there looking at this guy in the tree laughing, guess what comes on the other side of the van? Two of them jumped in, got inside, started snatching crackers, dude. Snatching bags of crackers and jumping out. I'm sitting here freaking out trying to get my camera taking a picture. Yeah, dude, it was, I was like, holy cow, they just ambushed us. Ambushed. Thank God all they wanted was crackers. But it was pretty scary actually when it was happening because I
Now, are we talking about like saltines, or were they taking white people?
well, I think it was actually Ritz, but
Okay.
rich white people. Yeah, no, but they were seriously, man. They were clever, man. I'm sure that was an ambush. That dude wasn't
Oh
just in
yeah,
the moment; he was actually setting us up.
yeah, yeah. He was the diversion.
So think about this, though. For we might have the cure for cancer floating around South Carolina mountain somewhere, hiding in a tree. Right? It was a
Maybe.
medical
Yeah,
facility, right?
yeah,
Yeah. You think
yeah.
there'd be a reward for these things or what?
I don't know, but like I'm not reading all the articles, but I saw one where it said something like the director of the research facility had made some comment about how he thought the monkeys were out having an adventure. I'm like, you're that blasé about it? Like you're just letting all these monkeys loose, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm sure they're having an adventure.
Yeah,
Like
dude. I
what
mean,
the
if I
fuck?
could
Like
put you,
I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that's an adequate response to the situation at hand.
no, no, and I'll definitely check on the reward because I have no problem putting one of my kids in a monkey suit and getting a reward.
I mean,
You know?
like, I'm just thinking, like, okay, we've got all these, invasive. I mean, like, South Carolina's covered with invasive species, right? I mean, like, what if these monkeys go out there and start breeding like fucking kudzu or something, and before you know it, Colombia's just overrun with fucking rhesus monkeys, like.
Yeah, we don't need any racist monkeys in Colombia.
What the fuck?
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I
No,
don't know.
no, like in my mind, I can see it. Like this is South Carolina. God damn it, where are they opening up monkey season? Shit, oh god dang, like
Right.
because that's just what we would do down here, man. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm even gonna have to headline this one, racist monkeys. I might get banned for that though, right?
oh shit, possibly.
Because
Okay,
I don't know
and,
what a
and
rhesus monkey is, but
okay, well, for the record, it is. Hang on a sec. Where'd it go?
we really gonna do a whole
It
episode on monkeys, right?
it's Rhesus. Rhesus.
What? That's how you spell rhesus?
Yes, R H
RHE?
ESUS, yes.
Isn't one of those silent? Maybe it's hesus? Maybe
No.
the R is silent. You know how English is.
Well, yeah. Alpha Genesis facility. That's where they got out of.
Outstanding.
But
And you
yeah,
didn't
dude.
read any of it, so what good is it? We don't even know how they got out. For all we know, they could have took somebody's badge card and just all beep 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 beep
No,
beep.
well, I mean, like in my mind, I'm thinking that this is totally like a Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back scenario where
Right.
some hot chick who thinks that it's evil for corporations to be testing on animals talks some dumbass to go in there and set them all free while she robs the diamond store next door or whatever.
Oh, really, dude? That's way more creative. I was just thinking it was like some sort of uprising of the monkeys. Like the king monkey showed up and was like, "Now's the time," and they all just uprose and broke out.
You can take our lives, but
Right.
you will never take our freedom.
Exactly, right? And then there's some horn that we can't
Or,
hear in
yeah,
monkey world. I don't know.
maybe they were trying to get out before the election so they could all cast votes for
Democrats, right?
Kamala. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
good point.
they used dead people in the last election, so they're going to start trying to use primates in this election. I don't know.
Right, right. But they better get back in before, well, they probably don't, they're probably not coming back in now that Trump got elected because
Yeah, they'll get
nobody knows who they
deported.
voted for. Oh, right, yeah, they're gonna hide so they're not get deported. But if Kamala, yeah, it was a lose lose because Kamala won, then people would probably be eating them. So I think either way, it was a lose lose for these monkeys. So I think that's
Right.
maybe they're heading to some other place like Canada, right,
Maybe.
for free healthcare or something.
Yeah.
Right,
The
right.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe how do we know? Because you didn't even specify whether these were male monkeys, female monkeys. Like if they were female, I get it because then they would riot and
Life
because they're
finds a
losing
way.
their female monkey rights. You know what I mean? They just lost their female monkey rights. So I guess that's yeah, that's a real thing. So you know.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like I'm trying to put my mind in the mindset of a monkey. Like, okay, I'm born and raised in a medical facility, so somebody can test cosmetics on me. Like, what's the first thing I'm going to do when I break out of jail?
Eat a banana. Duh. Like don't monkeys
No,
eat bananas? Oh.
no, yeah, but they get bananas in there. That's their reward for
Oh,
getting,
right, right, right.
makeup put on them. I feel like, I'd
Well,
want to be like,
are you sure you're talking about monkeys, not liberals?
is there a difference?
No, I guess not. I guess not. Yeah, we did. Wait, no, we can't call liberals monkeys. That'd be
one's
offensive.
one's hairier. It's the
That's
liberal.
that's up for debate. Yeah,
No,
because you see this crazy stuff. Look, dude, this is a good transition. I know you want to talk about monkeys all episode, but I can't do that. But this is a good transition. Let's move to the liberals because you see this 4B movement, these women shaving their hair, this whole total like scream fest of my rights, and it's not just women. I mean, there's some men, beta males,
4B.
obviously.
I'm not
You don't know
familiar
the
with this one.
4B stuff, dude? God,
No, dude, I told you I don't read the real news, man. I no, I don't read the fake news. I only read the real news. Okay, if it's not escaped monkeys from fucking medical labs, I don't want to read about it. Like I only want the real news.
well, I mean, it might affect you at some point. Well, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like it doesn't matter what they're doing. They're still crazy people. It's for here. I'll read what it says. Young liberal women across TikTok and Instagram discussing.
Well, I mean, you've already lost me at Instagram and TikTok
Yeah,
because
yeah. No, I
I
get
don't
it.
I don't think that there's. I mean, I feel like best case scenario on most of your folks on TikTok and Instagram. I mean, these people are vapid at best.
So listen, but listen how stupid. Like this is why I give more credit to monkeys. Right? This is how stupid. This was a South Korean feminist movement. Okay, now listen to what we're saying. South Korea, United States. Okay, big distinction in cultures and all kinds of stuff, right?
Okay,
So
they
this is
make
what the
Kia,
movement,
we make Chevrolet.
but this is what the movement's about. It's in which straight women refuse to marry, have children, date, or have sex with men.
Okay, so what?
So first of all, congratulations, you figured out what abstinence is. Now you don't have to worry about abortion. Second of all, most of these people in this movement probably don't have
No, no,
sex with
no. I
men
mean,
anyway.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, they discovered how to be a lesbian. People have been
Right,
doing that for
exactly.
decades. I
So
mean, like,
I don't know who you're hurting here. This is like I've spoke about this. This is about the starvation protest. Like, how does you starving to death hurt me?
I don't know. Like, I
How
mean,
does
yeah,
you not procreating or not date, like, I guess you can say that, okay, now I can't have sex with you, but there's probably a very high likelihood that I don't want to anyway. Like even if I was going to, I mean it would mean nothing. I just find another wet hole somewhere else. It's not like you're the saving grace that I need to make my sex life take to the next. Like who are you hurting? You're going to hurt the numbers, like with the reproduction. You're already doing that. You're killing babies. You're dating women. Like, I don't get this. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Do your thing, homegirl. You know, whatever. Like, I don't.
I support it, really, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. You
I
do
support
you,
it.
homie.
Stop having sex, and then most of these other conversations will go away.
I
Hello.
mean,
What an idea. Let's not have sex and meet the right guy. Okay, we won't marry, whatever.
well, I
But
mean, my whole thing is like this is like and I've used this example with countless married couples. You know, like oh somebody said, oh well you're cut off. Okay, well you're not you weren't having a good time. I mean, sex isn't a one way street. I mean,
right.
I mean, I
It
don't know
can
what.
be, right? It can be, right? I mean, I think there's scenarios where,
Well, I
where
mean,
if you're
yeah,
in
but
prison and there's some other scenarios, like sometimes it's not as
well,
fun for both parties.
right. But I
Yeah.
mean, when you're talking about a
Consensual.
situation of two consensual,
Right.
adults or whatever, that there should be some give and take there. So you're like, oh yeah, well, in protest, I'm going to, you know, deny myself the sins of the flesh. Okay, whatever. Fuck you, dude. Who cares? Do your
Yeah.
thing.
I
Like
mean, well, you still
nobody's
say
trying to tell you how to live your life.
you still say pleasure there though, because there was a buddy of mine who told me about like something his friend used to tell his wife all the time. She used to get mad, say like, "Look, man, I mean, it's only like 2 minutes, man. What good is that?" He's like, "Look, I got the same 2 minutes as you. Just happens I got off." So
I didn't say pleasure. I said sins of the flesh, sir.
oh well, I don't
You
know.
were the one looking for the P word.
I'm somebody that believes that sex is for procreation. It just happens to be fun. Not that
Well, I mean, that's why it's fun.
sinless, right?
It's fun because, biologically, we're all, you know,
Wired.
uh
What?
yeah, wired to you know, propagate the species or whatever.
Yeah.
Much like the rhesus monkeys that are
Yes.
invading
Yes.
South Carolina.
Now there's
See
40 of them.
see how I brought that back full
Right.
circle?
Right. But you see, now
You're
there's
welcome.
more missing that we don't even know about, right?
Yeah,
Because they're having
exactly.
babies,
It's
right?
like the eggs in Jurassic Park. Nature finds a way.
Exactly. But off the monkeys again. I know you want to get back on the monkeys, but what? Well, I don't even know. Like, is it fair to even call them liberals? All these people freaking out. Are they
Well,
liberals? Are
no,
they
no.
Democrats? What are these
No,
people?
because here's the thing, right? Because it's just like any argument, really. Okay, you've got your 1% of extremists on this side that are screaming at the other 1% of extremists on the polar opposite end, and then you've got the other 98% of the population in the middle that just wish those 2% would shut the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah, no, I understand that. Like I said, I'm not one to sit here and just say, oh, these people on the left are crazy. We get it, but I don't associate with these things on the right that they're talking about. Like I don't even associate with them. So it's hard for me to even bring that to any kind of reality because I don't associate with that stuff. Your far right people, your neo-Nazi stuff, like that's not doesn't even cross my mind. You know what I mean? So, but when you see these people, the hard part on the left is they all have to end up supporting each other, even if they don't agree with them. They have to support each other. Like I can say neo Nazis are bad, whatever, even if they like Trump or whatever he does, blah blah blah. I can say that. But on the left, if you talk bad about LGBTQ or you don't think women should be in sports, they come after you. They come after you. I've never had a Nazi come after me and say, "You're not a right winger" or whatever. Like I've never had it. It's never existed.
I don't think I've ever actually met a Nazi.
Me neither. But apparently they're everywhere because they voted for Trump, right? So there's like 80 some million of them or 70 million something. But you get what I'm saying? Like they have that problem. We don't. We can distinguish between far right and us. Well, you're more liberal anyway, but the left side, they can't separate themselves from their weird base. They just can't because now they're so tied in. Like that's why you hear people making ridiculous statements that you're like, "What? There's no way you believe that crap."
But
Right?
maybe they do. I mean, I feel like,
I don't think they do, dude.
as our IQs go up, our common sense go down. I mean, I feel like just collectively as a society, like our collective of common sense is depleting at a rate that
Well,
we can't seem to refill it at.
but I'm a person too. Like, look, I strongly believe in communication. But what's the best type of communication? It's not what you say, right? It's what you do, right? So if Kamala and all these people feel like, oh, Trump's a racist, why, are white people the problem? I know you believe that, but if white people are the problem, why are you married to white people? If such a racist, why are you working for these? Like, I don't understand how you can use that argument and then turn around and just do the opposite. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I
Like,
mean,
now, if you had said, well, white people are the problem, but I have to work for them. I don't like this husband of mine, but I'll let him penetrate me a couple times just to make sure. Like, I don't know how you get out of that.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you could pull out of it, right? But I don't know how you get out of it.
oh no, I can't.
I can't even get it. I can't even get in it. That's not happening. But again, if I make fun of him like AOC, that she'll think I want to date her. But honestly, I probably would. Never mind. I'll leave that alone. But you get what I'm saying is like I don't understand that. That's why this whole thing and even right now the reflection like I'm not one to go gloat and brag and all that stuff. I'm just thankful that Kamala didn't make president and Donald Trump can get in and hopefully he can fix it. But there's going to be too many rhinos in his way. I know it already. But they are like breaking down like I don't understand. Like I just don't understand. Like I can't understand these people. I just can't understand them. And I don't want to call them stupid because they're probably smart in their own way, but I just don't understand how they just take this fear and they internalize it and make it present. Like they keep talking about, well, you elected a convicted felon. I get it. Look, you can label him convicted felon, but you're the one that's letting people out of jail. You're the one that took an entire freaking summer of love and didn't prosecute people who destroyed and killed people. But now you're worried about a convicted felon in a job? Like what? Like,
Well, I mean, okay, so we're shitting on Harris now. Is
well,
that
it's not
what
just
we're on?
Harris.
Oh
It's
no
the
no no
whole
no because
that
I
whole
mean
side.
there was plenty of stuff back when she was attorney general in California. She was one of the hardest opponents to putting body cams on police officers. Like,
Right.
why would you not want to do that? Oh, because now they can't rig evidence anymore. And, the defense has more to go on because, you know, uh, one of the old assistants in the attorney general's office said, "Yeah, California's laden with corrupt cops, and their attorney general at the top is the most corrupt one of them all."
Right. Right. And and it's whatever serves them, right? But at the end of the day, that's why I said nobody trusts these people, but you should be able to look at their actions. Like you don't have to follow like I do watch one of these guys, I think his name's Spidey or he goes by Spidey, but he's one of those behavioral guys that can sit here and probably pick apart when we're lying and when we're, he's that good and he's really he's impressive. I like it. And he talks about certain things like eyebrows. Eyebrows give it away. That's why I wear this hat. But he talks about things like eyebrows and stuff like that. But like you don't have to go to that level to literally listen to these people. Like what they say about Trump is always a stretch because they never hear it from Trump. They always hear out of context. The good people on both sides is a perfect example. If you just listened to the speech and heard it from Trump, you wouldn't believe it. You'd be like, "Why are they saying that? That doesn't even make sense." He clearly disowned or whatever the word is. He dissed him. He dissed the neo Nazis. He clearly did that, but yet people didn't hear it from him. So that's the part that baffles me: is how you cannot literally just listen to the source in full context and draw a conclusion. And how many times, I'm gonna pick on you for example. Like if you said, "Hey, I'll record with you tomorrow," and you don't show up, how many times am I going to let you do that before I stop believing you when you say it? This is what baffles me about these people. The very people they're supporting and endorsing and taking sides with literally, literally do this. So,
Well, and the thing about it is, like Trump gets, oh, he's this ist, he's that ist, whatever, whatever, and I'm just like, I mean, legitimately, I mean, okay, you can, if somebody wants to call Trump a womanizer or a misogynist or whatever, like, okay, I can see some of that in the man, right? You
right,
know.
Sure.
But I feel like, the whole grab her by the hoo-hee, comment
Again, it's
was out of context,
and it's
right?
stupid anyway, dude. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
it's stupid. But like, legitimately though, the thing that bugs me more than anything else is the people that call him a racist. Because every time I hear this, I continue to keep throwing the challenge out there. Okay, show me a direct quote. Show me something that Donald Trump said that was racist. Play me a tape. Show
But
me a
dude,
quote.
even that
Show me.
alone, like you talk about grabbing by the pootie, like even that you made it sound like he said that he grabs them. No, he said they let you. What
Yeah,
celebrity, what rock star, what anything does
yeah,
not have this in their
exactly.
life?
Yeah, exactly.
Women will let
If
him sleep
Tommy
with
Lee
them.
had made that same statement, this wouldn't be a problem. Now, is Tommy Lee running for the president of the United States? No, he's not.
Right.
So, like, I get it, right? Like the expectation bar should be higher
Yes.
for
And I
a
agree with
president
that.
of the United States than
And
it
I
should
agree it
be
should.
for the drummer of Motley Crue. Okay, but Donald Trump wasn't running for president when that statement was made.
Right. And you can't tell me that you, me, and anybody else you know in the military didn't make comments like this or worse or have done worse. Like you can't tell you find me a person who's innocent of all this stuff. You can't. And these people know it. That's what irritates me about them, dude. They know they're
Yeah,
lying.
yeah, exactly. And then and they say, "Oh, well, it's integrity. If you shouldn't say it in this company, then you shouldn't say it in that company." Blah 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 blah. And I
Oh,
just like,
come on,
okay,
dude.
so you've told your boss every single thought you've ever had about them.
Right. Right. And you never told anybody else what you thought about your boss.
Exactly.
You're
Or
full of
you've never,
crap.
yeah, you're full of crap. It's people with fucking double standards wanting to be hypocrites, wanting to shit on somebody because they don't like him. And if you don't like him, just say you don't like him.
Right. And
I
it's
mean, you
not
don't
even
have. I mean, this is America. You don't have to have a reason to not like somebody. You can
right.
just say, you know what, I don't like the motherfucker because I don't. I don't like his hair.
Right. And
Okay, fine.
I'm telling you, it's not a double standard. Looks like we just lost you, so we're gonna close it here. I know exactly what happened. He can't afford to pay his electricity, but we're gonna go ahead and end it here. And I thank you all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. And until then, Godspeed and pull the pin. Boom. Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.